Okay, welcome to the tutorial on how to make panorama shots in Photoshop, and we're gonna do them in No Man's Sky. I'm gonna jump to a planet which has some nice colors, and so it's not gonna be some flat stuff at least. So you can, of course, when you see how it's done, you can do that in any game. In any game where you can get rid of the HUD. And of course in real life also, in nature, or in the city, whatever. I mean, that's the amazing thing. You can do it with any picture. Any pictures you have. And I was wondering, probably just as you do, when I saw these big panoramas, I thought, hey, well, how do people do them, and what's the secret? And so I found a good tutorial done by a Russian guy, and oh, this looks nice. Look at that. That will be a good example. At least we'll have a nice image. Yeah, I read this tutorial, and now after doing a couple, well, maybe, I don't know, I didn't count them. I've got some experience with it, and I want to share that. Let's land. Oh, nice. Nice visuals. Anyways, in that tutorial they said you need to take 6 pictures. Like scanning. Basically you kind of like scan the canvas, so to speak, with your images. I realized you don't have, it's not limited to 6 images. You can do as many as you like, basically. So let's say we find a position, a nice position. Well, I'm not gonna try to do the best shot in my life, but at least a little. It's always good to find a spot where you have the feeling, yeah, that's it. And I'd say, okay, this might be it actually. Okay, then you go to the menu, hit escape, graphics, then show HUD off and apply. Okay, now we have a clean screen, and now you can like, one thing which is quite practical before you do any shots, just in order to know where the sequence starts, just do like a shot of the ground or the sky. I'm gonna do one of the ground. Okay, and then we're gonna do it like this movement. Be aware that moving objects can, like this sentinel, it's okay, but sometimes you have to take care that they don't move for the whole panorama. Then you have like many instances of them. Okay, I'll start a bit high, and I'll do like this panning movement. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll wait until the sentinel passes. And go a little down with the camera. And do another pass. Maybe even, yeah, I think that's enough. I want to take some of the ground as well. So, okay, I think now we have enough material to work with. So that's basically, I always tend to forget that. Now another shot of the ground, so that you know the sequence is over. It's just for orientation. Okay, that's basically the first part. Welcome back to the second part of the panorama tutorial. Now we're gonna look at Photoshop and work with the files we just made in No Man's Sky. And as I said, it doesn't matter what game or if you took the pictures outside, it will work. So now we have Photoshop open, and we're gonna go to File, click on File, and go down here, down to Automate. Then you go, in the next menu, you go down to the bottom, Photo Merge. Makes sense, right? Click on that, and then you get this window and these options. And you can play around these options. I usually use Auto and blend images together. That's basically automatically. Sometimes it won't work, so you might want to also activate geometric distortion correction. And you can play around these options and see what works best. But I think, like in my experience, usually it works nice with auto or cylindrical. Anyways, we're gonna go and open these files. So I click Browse or Browse. Okay, I was playing around with Subnautica, so I want to go to No Man's Sky stuff. Okay, let's see. And remember when I said that it's kind of helpful if you take before the sequence and after the sequence, take a shot of the ground or the sky, whatever, something that is very different. Let me see. Maybe. Wasn't that? Maybe. Here. Okay. So you see, that's the shot we took of the ground, and that's the last shot of the ground. So we now know that all of these belong to one sequence, because sometimes, and I do forget it myself, you know. I have to remember that myself. It's really helpful. Try to think of it. It's just a very helpful thing. So now we know this is the whole sequence. Okay, then we just click. Of course we don't want the ground. That's just orientation. We click. You hold Control button and then click each image with the mouse. Okay. So, okay, that's the end of the sequence. And now click OK. That's quite a few, quite a few images. At the beginning, I thought it's only possible to use 6. So, and then I click OK. And Adobe will work now for a while. Basically, I thought, like when I saw these images, I thought you have to manually put them together, but no, it's a nice feature of Photoshop that aligns them. Well, I'm curious what's going to be the result. That's kind of the fun of it, you know. You never know exactly what's going to be the result, and sometimes they're great, sometimes not so much. So let's see. Now it's blending the layers together. Okay. Okay. Seems like one image didn't quite fit. That doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have this image, and we want to crop it. I mean, you see that is obviously necessary to make it a panorama. So we use the cropping tool. Or was it? Crop tool. Yeah, crop tool. Okay, and now I want to show you something else. I mean, in this panorama would be probably enough if I had the upper border like around here, but I want to show you something. Let's say we have a situation where, which sometimes happens, where there's not enough in one corner. It could be here, it could be the sky, it could be the ground. Let's say we crop it. Okay, now it's cropped. And okay, now we want to merge the images because in one layer you have this bunch of layers, and you cannot use the stamp tool because we're gonna need to use the stamp tool in this corner. Just as an example, I mean, in this case, well, actually, it kind of looks cool to have a bit more sky. Okay, so to blend the layers, you press Control E. So see, you now have one layer. And now we can work with this tool. So we go into this corner. We take the blending tool, the stamp tool, and so we have to fill out this empty corner. So what I usually do, you can adjust the size of it. I might actually want to have it a little bit bigger. Yeah, and opacity. You can play with opacity. It's I will show you. Okay, we just press the Alt key. So let's say we copy from here, and I have it right now. I have it at 62 opacity, and we'll just copy. But we want to make it. I mean, it's pretty good actually already. I could copy from here to make it a little bit more interesting, more varied. Copy from here. Let's say. And from here, of course, because the colors don't match. That was kind of stupid. Okay, that doesn't look too good. I would maybe, because I'm explaining, I'm overdoing it a little bit. So anyways, there's some strange artifact. Okay. And sometimes, especially on the ground, it's quite good to give it more texture. So you can use different places and different opacity. So you see, it's actually not, it should be a little bit different color. I mean, I could try to correct it. I guess it's the effect when you show it. Okay, we need this. There has to be this gradient, this kind of darker tone. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, that's okay. Anyways, on the ground you can do that as well if you have like an empty corner. So look at that, it's really pretty good panorama. So you see, it's pretty simple. Anyone can do it. You just try it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And you see, it's interesting that even moving animals look okay. I mean, I'm not sure if these here are actually not one bird, but it doesn't matter. Could be three. And look at remember that sentinel that moved through the image? There it is. And since I waited, it's just in one corner, so it's perfect. Huh? Are these animals? Oh, wait. No, that's just rocks. Okay. Yeah, so the next part will be how do I... Now we have this beautiful panorama, but how do you upload it to Steam? Because that's going to be a problem if you just try it like that without a few tricks. And these I will show you in a moment in the third part of this tutorial. So I hope I shown everything that was important. Yes, the corners, and yeah, I think I actually... No. Okay, see you in the next part. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Now we want to upload this image, we want to share it on Steam, this panorama, but the panorama was not the original screenshot, so we have to change something. We have to be able to upload it. So I have in my screenshot directory, I have the folder, like you see, it's in Programs, Steam, User Data. Well, you just have to find your own folder for the screenshots of Steam. And I added a folder, Panoramas. So I copied this panorama we made to that folder. You can see it now. Why did I do that? Because I want to change the name. Right now it's Untitled Panorama 1. I go back to the screenshot folder and I go to the last file, which was this shot of the ground. And I will copy this name. It's just a numerical name. I will copy it. I'll go back to the panorama folder and I will insert it instead of Untitled Panorama, like this. Okay, now we have a good name, good Steam screenshot name. We copy the file. We go back to the screenshot folder and we will insert it here and replace this file. Okay, insert. And it asks me if it should replace it. Of course, we want to replace it. So you see, now we have it in this folder. Okay. Still one thing to think about, we have thumbnails. So we go to thumbnails and we also insert the file here. Okay. Now we have inserted it. One last thing you need to do before you go to Steam and can really upload it, you have to restart your computer. And after restart, you will be able to upload this file. You can go to Steam, Screenshots, Upload, and it's going to work. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's the complete tutorial on how to create panorama shots. Well, I hope to see some of your panoramas soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Enjoy No Man's Sky.